Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. My name's Matt, and I just want to welcome you all in. If you're tuning in and you're here with me live, like William is, or like who else? I'm waiting for another comment. Maria is. There we go. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I always love to see where people are tuning in from different places around the world. So let us know where, and you don't have to give us exact GPS coordinates. We're not going to be creeping on you or anything. But let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got an awesome guest today. I'm pumped to bring him on, and I'm pumped to give him the stage and spotlight to share his story, share what he's passionate about, share how he's got his basically brand new TikTok channel up to now almost 20,000 followers. So, and he's really only been at this for a couple months, I think. I haven't scrolled all the way through his TikTok channel, but seems like, yeah, I guess I just did. And it's since about the end of February. So not too many months, but Lori, what's going on? Hey, what's happening? Yeah. They're all good. That Dave will be back tomorrow. So, well, they're back today, but yeah, he'll be back on the show tomorrow. Man, good to see you guys. Welcome in Harrisburg, PA, South Carolina. All right, good to see you guys. We've got an awesome guest. If you're new to this show, what we do is we come on live every single Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Typically we bring on a guest. Yesterday, I didn't have a guest. We did a Q&A because our guest had a last minute cancellation. So, but basically for the last year and a half, we've been going live with our clients, with people who are from our community, people who are newer to marketing, or in some cases, people have been doing this for years and years and years, to get just awesome case studies and sharing of strategies and techniques and tips and content creation stuff, just all kinds of stories and backgrounds. And it's just a cool way to share how people from different walks of life are getting started in the online space, seeing success. And it's a great way for you in our community to tune in, whether it's in our group or on our Facebook fan page, and get a little daily dose of motivation. So without further ado, let's bring in Alex. And for you guys in the comments, if you can please give a little like clapping emoji to welcome him on, that'd be awesome. Alex, how you doing?
How you guys doing?
Where are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
Okay, up in Michigan. What part?
Oh, I'm backwards here. Like down in the thumb here.
Okay, all right.
Armada, a little out in the sticks, out in the country.
Okay, I like it. Out in this. So I went to school in Chicago, or college in Chicago, and out in the sticks in Michigan can be really beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. You know, I got a big farmer's field right across the way. Sunsets are incredible.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, I was kind of looking through your bio and stuff and what you're doing, and we just talked for a few minutes before, but we had never met before. So thanks for coming on. And
Absolutely.
For everybody who's here, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about, you played college baseball, right? And then you were doing some carpentry. Just tell us a little bit about your journey and how you came online.
So it's been like a wild ride for me. So originally out of high school, I really wanted to play baseball. Like I was like, that's the dream. I'm doing it. So I transferred 5 times to 5 different colleges.
Jeez.
So I was kind of chasing that dream more for the sports than the education aspect of things. So I got down to like my junior year of college, and I ended up in not such a great school. I really, really was not enjoying my time there. And then I ended up transferring, still not knowing what I wanted to do. So like initially I wanted to be a sports medicine doctor. I was like, that's a good one. You know, I like sports. If baseball doesn't pan out, I'll be able to still work in the field. It'll be great. And then I took biology, and that went right out the window. So I started kind of like peeking at business and stuff, testing out all these different majors. You know, I'm 5 years into college, and I'm like, dude, I still don't know what I want to do. So I ended up dropping out, and working as a carpenter. And I did that for about 6 months. And it took one experience of drywalling. So when you're drywalling, you work in pairs. And my teacher, instead of like showing me exactly what to do when I didn't know what to do, like I got smacked in the head with a piece of drywall. And I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done. And funny enough, I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a video and I was like, man, this looks really cool. I might as well check this out, give this a go. And that sparked this whole journey. And now I can't get enough.
Dang, I love it. Very cool. So what like when you found that, so you get on TikTok, you're looking around, what was like the exciting piece? Like what excited you? What was sort of the adrenaline? Because the journey sort of lights up different things in different people. What was it for you?
So for me, I've always really wanted to have the freedom of travel and like the ability to kind of be where I want to be when I want to be there. And that opportunity from affiliate marketing and, setting up the necessary pathways to be able to like go on vacation and like kind of pay for it while I'm there, it was just amazing.
I read this book once. This reminds me of this book. I wonder if I have. Yeah, I don't have it around. We just moved into a new house, so my book collection is
it's a little scattered.
Yeah. I think, when I was 21, 22 or something, I read this book by Tim Ferriss. It's called The 4-Hour Workweek. It's a little bit outdated now, I think, just because it was written in the early days of the internet. So like their instruction in this book was like to set up and sell stuff on like Yahoo sites or something. And it was just super old. But I remember, man, I remember getting on that freaking thing, reading that book. I probably read that book 6-7 times and had the same feeling like, you know what? There should be a way where I don't have to be tied to a location and my income doesn't need to be tied to me being in a certain location. The internet has broken the rules.
Exactly.
Cool. That's awesome. I love that. And I even feel like, you're young enough. I'm like, dude, I'm only 31, so I'm not that old, but like, I feel like you're young enough too, where it's like, there doesn't have to be this sort of like end all be all purpose behind it all yet either.
Right.
It can just kind of be like, I'm young. I want to sort of have this freedom and then see where it takes me or see where it leads or, see what life experiences it opens up.
That's the plan, see as much of the world as I can, become cultured in a sense.
Yeah. Get out of the sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm tired. Small town problems, man.
Yeah. I grew up in a town of 400. So,
that's small. Yeah, that's a lot smaller than me. I think I graduated with 160, I want to say.
Yeah. I graduated with 20.
Holy cow.
And people, people think your situation's small. Anyway. All right. Enough about me. So you go online, you start some training. I mean, did you start our training? Did you start? Whose training did you dive into?
I took I took the 7-day challenge and it was amazing. It was all I needed. And I just ran with it, because I figured the way I looked at it was I was like, all right, I'm going to take this training and obviously TikTok's working, it got me in here. So I'm like, I'm going to follow that same avenue. I'm going to market pretty much solely on TikTok, branch out into some other social media like Pinterest and Instagram. Still kind of trying to figure that game out. But TikTok's been great. The amount of just virality, I guess, is what I think makes it so powerful.
It is insanely powerful. Yeah, it's insanely powerful. I also feel like, I feel like the big piece about TikTok and its sort of virality, a lot of times people don't realize, sometimes we'll get off these shows and Dave and I will sit there for a second and we'll be like, we don't do this a lot, but sometimes we're just like, we just message each other or we'll just like look at each other and just be like, dude, can you imagine if we had TikTok 10 years ago? Like when we were getting started, like some people don't even, and it's not your fault or anybody's fault. It's just sometimes people don't have the experience of how, 10 years ago is like, you're going to create a blog and like pray and hope to the internet gods that you get ranked on Google. Because other than that, I mean, it's like pay for ads or try to post on Facebook and poach your friends and family or something. And like outside of that, there's not a lot. But now with TikTok, I mean, you could post a video, go viral, and get 150,000 views on a video. Not that hard.
No, it's crazy. I had one, my best one, and it was crazy because like it can get a little frustrating sometimes because I'll spend a lot of time on like a value driven post to like try and teach in a post, and it gets diddly. Nobody cares, nobody wants to. But then I take 30 seconds recording some trendy like dumb little thing, and I think I had like close to 600,000 views on it, and it just like blew my account up right there. Like it takes one video and you just can skyrocket.
Yep. Yeah, happens all the time. I see it, watch it. I witness it all the time. What do you feel like in the content creation piece? Was that new for you? Was it hard?
I've also like going through high school, we had a lot of video projects and stuff. So like I'm kind of accustomed to like being on camera per se.
Okay.
But it's definitely when your friends find it and you start getting razzed, it takes some getting used to, but it really like, it wasn't that difficult. It's, you don't have to make these beautiful, stunning videos. There's a lot of people out there that have, not the best camera and not the best microphone, and they're absolutely crushing it. You don't need the top of the line equipment or the best video in the world to find success on there.
Yep. Totally. And I would say with the whole, just being discovered and stuff like that, or like we had a post the other day that somebody was, I think it was I don't remember what group it was, but we had somebody who said, hey, my spouse isn't all that supportive and, whatever. And sometimes they, I hate to create videos because they keep making fun of me or saying stuff about me or whatever. And I remember the days where I was, kind of in my head thinking, God, what is Aunt Nancy going to think? Or what's, Uncle Terry going to think or whatever. And it's like, at the end of the day, all that razzing and everything, what I said to him was, hey, guess what? You know what cures all? Sales. Right?
Dang right.
They're like, man, I don't know. I just, my husband, wife, spouse, kids, uncle, aunt, cousin, whatever. It's like, hey, guess what? Have you made $1,000 on the internet? Have you made $5,000 on the internet? No. Okay. Well, then we'll talk later.
Down real quick after that one,
Yeah. Well, especially when the spouse is like super doubting, and then you're like, hey, by the way, I brought an extra $500 or extra $1,000 this month from my little TikTok thing that I'm doing. And they're suddenly like, well, come again?
Yeah. You did what?
Yeah. Yeah. What now? Yeah, sure. You can have that extra hour every day to work on your TikTok. Now that I know you're not just sitting there watching girls on TikTok.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Funny. Interesting. Yeah. It's weird for me to think through like the younger generation that might be more used to and accustomed to creating video content, because that was always very foreign for me. My first couple videos, I was like sweating. My shirt was just soaked. I was so nervous. I feel like that's like that for most people still.
I think that's pretty normal.
Younger.
That's that. Yeah. Even for me, like the first couple videos I posted, I was like, oh, dude. I was like, I don't know about all this. I'm sitting there and I'm just rewatching it like 10, 15 times. Like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I do it? I'm like, all right, screw it, post. And then I just kind of ran from it from there, because you can't really you can get too much in your head, but I think the opportunity, or what was the quote? It's like, don't let fear outweigh your success or something like that. I forget exactly what it is, but it's like,
yeah,
you're not gonna progress if you sit there being scared the whole time. You got to try new things. You got to put yourself out there, and that's the way you're gonna grow. That's the way you're gonna find success.
I love it.
You
Yeah.
know,
I battle that every time I post or write an email for the company or whatever I do. I'm always just sitting there staring at it like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know. And it's just, you just have to hit post, man. You just have to hit
absolutely.
post. I also
Hey,
feel like building sort of the habit and skill makes it a little easier. Like you play baseball, right? I play basketball. So like if I go down to LA Fitness and I've had a couple months off, which happened the other day, like for me, it's a little bit like I tend to take a little bit of a back seat. I'm going to let some other guys get their shots in. I'm going to kind of sit back like the first couple games or so. But after I've gotten the swing of it a little bit, put up a couple jumpers, maybe hit a shot or two, then I start to take, okay, now I'm going to play a point. I'm going to facilitate. I'm going to actually like run the show a little bit and kind of
absolutely.
get back into my groove. It's the same thing. Like everything is sort of riding a bike in life. It's like content creation. Same thing is like you're out of your groove. You're out of your element. You're about to hit post. You're super like you're unsure. You're not like you're worried. You're concerned, whatever. But if you get in that habit every day, 3 to 5 times a day, we had a guy on earlier this week who said he posts, some days he'll post 15 times on TikTok
Whew,
a day. And
that's impressive.
not every day, but some days. And I mean, he's in his house. He's smoking cigarettes and creating TikTok videos. I mean, this guy's Mark. He's probably watching. He's probably in the comments here, but he's got 3 kids. He's got a full-time job. I mean, it's just crazy. But I feel like where was I going with that? Getting in the habit, it makes it a little easier just to hit the push button. It makes it easier to for me to just get the ball and just bomb a 3, And so it's
Absolutely.
like same thing.
Because well, you start to learn some of the tricks and stuff too. Like everybody, you slowly work your way into learning how to do like transitions per se, or edit a green screen in there with the app and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really so like my overall strategy on TikTok has been there's like 3 types of posts that I like to do. So I'll follow a trend, which drives traffic just to my page, and then like after I post a trending video, I like to have something that's going to drive clicks to my link. Right.
All
So
right, all
like,
right, all right. Hold on. Let me share my screen here real quick. Let me share my screen. Let me see if I can pull open a little window, and we're gonna do. All right, boom. All right, back to it, but start from the beginning. You said you do 3 types of post.
I like to shoot for these 3 different types. So the first type is value driven. So like I'm teaching something, or I'm sharing some type of strategy. That way people, I'm trying to build up the trust. Like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. And then
What would be an example?
so it'd be like for your email list, don't spam all caps in the subject line, stuff like that. Or this is how you sign up to be an Amazon affiliate, blah, blah, just like how to's, things along those lines have done decently well. And then I'll do like a trendy type video. So like on the For You page, there's a, there's a constant trend that's going on. And I'll try to figure out how to put my own spin on it for this niche. And those do really well. So those kind of built my following. And
Yep.
and the third one is so I try to push link clicks, right? So like and I kind of that's when I really promote like Legendary and what Legendary does and how it's given me freedom. And that's really kind of like the strategy. So I really like to have I'll post a value one first because I shoot for 3 a day. So I'll post the value one first, and then I will go to the trendy video, and then I'll do the promo. That way, when they come to my page and they're gonna like scroll through my videos, they'll see the promo video and a value video. So I like to think that is going to get in their mind like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. This is what he did. I want to do what he did. This is the path I need to take.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. The even with sort of the value, the trendy, the promo, that style, that makes a lot of sense, because this whole trendy thing, so a lot of times what people do is they do just one of these three. That's their whole channel. It's just promo, 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 sell,
Right.
sell, 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 sell. Other people are like, it's all value, it's all teaching, and it's all kind of over people's heads, like how to do affiliate marketing 101. And it's like, oh, great, I don't want to watch that. Scroll, or they just are dancing and they're like,
Right.
there's not any call to action, right? So like, I've seen a lot of, yeah. So anyway, I like how you broke this down, and I think there's not much that I would add to it, but I will say that some of the best, every Thursday, I go live in our business blueprints group, and we go live on Zoom, usually about 100 or maybe a little over people who attend live every Thursday. And we go through a lot of TikTok content, and the people who crush it, I mean, the people who really blow this up, they really focus on combining these three elements. And what I mean by that is putting them into one single video.
Right.
So having sort of trending audio or whatever behind it or something, or combining or starting off a video, like stitching a video that's really trending, and then boom, right into it. And then they teach something. So it's like, name one thing that what's one of the newer ones right now is like, what's one thing that flipped the switch for you? And it's a
I've been seeing a lot of
light
those.
switch. Yeah. What's one thing that flipped the switch for you lately? And then boom, right in with some value, right?
Right.
And then I've seen some people do, anywhere from, like, let's say in dog training, do stuff like that you can get your dog to not bark at the door without being an asshole to your dog, or that you can make money on the internet without having to pay for ads, or without having to build a complicated website or have inventory, or, all this stuff.
Right.
So I just think I've seen some real power in that. What do you ever try to combine those elements?
Yeah. So I did. I have a couple on my page where it was, one of the talking one where it's like, I forget exactly what he said, but it was like, name something that's like you think was fake but isn't. And then I like stitched it and was like, well, this is how much the average affiliate marketer makes. And then I go into like, this is how you do it. And that one did pretty well too. So like,
yep,
it's all kind of a game. It's just like sales. You got to figure out what works, what doesn't work, because everything's changing constantly on that app. Because for a while I had like no views. Like my channel spiked up to like 19K, and I was like, all right, this is it. This is my time. Like, let's go. And right after that, I was getting like, something's dumb, like 80 views. I was like, dude, what is going on? You know what I mean? So obviously I had to tweak a few things, and now the views are back up. So we're doing something right now, because I'm sure something in the algorithm is going to change, and I'm going to have to figure it out again.
Yep. But here's the thing, is what a lot of people don't realize is I've seen people go through those spells. And I think the thing of it is yes, it changes, but also there's a very real element to which it doesn't change. And for everybody who's newer, who's watching, or is maybe on TikTok or something, just focus on one thing when you're creating content, and it's watch time. So like I keep telling people, they come on these webinars and they say, oh, the algorithm changed again. And, oh, should I use XYZ hashtag? Should I use a creator account or a business account, right? And I tell them, I've created creator accounts, I've created business accounts, I've used hashtags, I haven't used hashtags. And the one thing that wins every single time is watch time. And if people watch the video and you have a great hook, you bring them in, you give them an awesome hook, and then you give them lots and lots of value, and you actually show them sort of step by step how it's done. Like, I tell people to go watch Spencer Meekham's TikTok all day, and if you just studied his, you'd grow your channel to 10,000 probably very quick. We've had people who come on our business blueprint webinars and they have 900 followers, and in 3 weeks they've got 30,000 followers. And basically what I tell them to do is go watch Spencer's channel. Like, his freaking channel is brilliant. But what people start to get locked into is they start watching other people, assuming that other people are doing it right, when in reality, what's actually happening is a lot of times somebody will build their channel and then they'll start pitching a lot, and then they get reported a lot. And if you go look at Spencer's channel, he doesn't ever talk about companies. Rarely. Sometimes, I think recently maybe he has once or twice, but rarely. When his channel was exploding, and it still is, that channel was growing super fast, and he was making a ton of affiliate sales for ClickFunnels, for us, for lots of different stuff. And he never, ever mentioned any of them. Never talked promotionally about any of them. And I tell people, and that's probably one thing that I would recommend to you, is actually to get away. You don't have to get away from it, but do the promo part in lives. So don't do less videos about promotional, do way more live videos. Because I've had a lot of people that I've personally coached and mentored in different niches and industries who have a lot of success going live. And on those lives, that's where they're able to then talk through what they actually recommend. And then they don't get as many reports about their nonstop promotional video about, hey, go purchase from the link in my bio. You know? So it's like, okay, dude, I'm sick of seeing your freaking videos. You go purchase your link in your bio. I get it. And now they're like, unfollow, report content. It's spam. And now my views are gone because the algorithm's being told, hey, by the way, people don't like this dude's content anymore. It's not very good. See what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I will say people's accounts, both two things. Their accounts have blown up, and also they've seen way more sales if they do that in a live fashion, the promotional style posts in a live, as opposed to in their channel. And in their channel, they focus specifically on how-to videos. So it's immediately jumping in and saying, here's how to XYZ. So one of Spencer's famous ones is, here's how to make $100 a day by writing kids books on Amazon. And then he launches in and he turns his camera around and he points it at the screen, and he goes, step 1, go here. Step 2, go here. He's actually reposted that video to his channel like 3 or 4 times. They got 1.2-ish million views on the first. It got hundreds of thousands of views on the additional times that he posted it to his channel again, and didn't even change anything. He downloaded the video and posted it again. His comment on the video was, this one worked well the first time. And then he just posted it again. And that's all he did. I think he might have had one hashtag affiliate marketing or something like that. That's interesting though, because I've definitely toyed around a lot with the watch time. I'll do like a really short as I possibly allow me to post. And then I'll throw text on. That way people are stuck, reading the text if they want to finish it. And that way the watch time goes up because the video is so short. Totally. But don't play games with it, guys. So the key is, it can be a super long video as long as you're giving a good amount of value, lots and lots of value. So like I tell people, whatever niche that you're in, you enter into a niche, like let's say it's dog training, or let's say that it's make money online, or let's say that it's makeup or fitness, whatever. All you got to do is go search fitness instructor, or search dog trainer, or search like side hustle or something, and go look at top channels. Go and actually, what I've done, I have a folder on my computer. I'm looking at it right now. One's dog, one's make money online, so I got a lot of different niches, and I sort them, and I actually go on my desktop and look at their channels. And then what I do is I bookmark them and I put them in a folder, and I name them how many views they got. So I name it, the channel name, 40 million views, the channel name, 80,000 views, whatever. And I categorize them and sort them in order of top viewed. And then I'll open them and just look at them and study them. And this is how I coach people on our Thursday Blueprints webinars to go about this. And what you do is you just literally open a freaking notebook and you start taking notes. What happened in seconds 1 through 5? What were the words? What did they say? How did they say it? What was their tone? What was showing on the screen? And then you figure out ways that you can make similar content, adjust it. So for instance, this one guy created a video, and it was around how to make how to start an e-commerce business without having to have any inventory. And I said, okay, there's nothing proprietary about that idea. I could create a video about that.
Right.
Here's how to do it, right? It's not how I made $1 million with an e-commerce business. It's how to set one up. And all he did was point out a print-on-demand t-shirt company, right? But he walked him through the design, and here you go to Canva. You can design it for free, and you can do this. And so all I did was I swapped out Canva, and I swapped out he recommends a print on demand that was, I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, I swapped it out with Printful, because that's the one that I had heard of before. So I basically did a similar video. I swapped out a couple companies. It was obviously me, so I put my own spin on it, and 350,000 views. And I think his was 200,000-ish views. Mine got 350,000. It went even further than his did. But that kind of thing, again, the whole entire channel blows up, because now you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of followers from one single video. That happens all the time. But I think the big kicker there is being a real student of other people's channels, what's taking off, and figuring out how to make sort of similar psychological content. What people who are listening here are thinking, oh, he's saying just copy other people's content. No, it's all about human behavior and human psychology. How do people behave? What makes them tick? What would make somebody stay on this video as opposed to swiping? Because if it's got 1 million views, a lot of people are watching this freaking video.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's funny, because I've drifted away from that, which I shouldn't have. Right. I got a little confident, and because that's how I first started. I would literally just typed in affiliate marketing in the search, and I'd see all the top videos. I'm like, okay, so this type of content, this is how I got to make my videos. And that's when like things kind of started taking off. Sales were good. And then I got a little too confident, thinking, oh, well, I know how this works. No, let me just do it myself. Nope. No, you don't. So, then you just kind of go reground yourself, because that's actually what I'm doing right now is I'm going back through like my most viewed videos, and I'm just basically remaking them. Yeah.
And you can do that so once you start to and we call this a swipe file. So good marketers always have what's called a swipe file, which is just a huge folder of things for reference and inspiration. So a lot of times if I'm like writing a weekly recap email and I can't think of anything, I'm kind of scrolling through my Gmail. I've got a swipe folder. It's like, oh, what's some ideas? What are marketers that I really liked in the past? What did they talk about? And then I get an idea and I'm like, oh my gosh, that applies to my life and my situation right now. But I think, if I was to give a recommendation to you, what I would recommend is getting back into that formula, because it really is a formula. And, people like Spencer or Brian or Stacy Law is really, really committed. I mean, she is, damn, is she committed? She is a grinder, consistent as hell. But I think the big thing is not just sort of the video formula, but also I think it's really, really, really hard to stay consistent and to remember to keep doing what worked. Because a lot of times you get a lull, and it always happens. You get a little bit of a lull and a little bit of a slowdown, always happens. But to sort of go back to the well and go back to, it's like sports, like baseball, right? It's like go back to the fundamentals, right? Anybody who's really good at sports knows that you build this base layer of fundamentals so that when you get put into a situation that's, fourth quarter, 2 seconds left on the clock, all your fundamentals function at your baseline. But now you've got put in this very interesting, precarious situation where you've got to overperform those. So the baseline better be like solid as everything, because if it ain't, like, you're going to flop for sure. So kind of the same thing here, but staying consistent, that's a big one. It's a hard one, dude. It's a hard one. It's very easy to sort of, just poof up, disappear. Yeah. Didn't work.
Right.
Kind of lost it. Algorithm, whatever. But I think returning to sort of that formula, returning to sort of that layer of consistency, of grit, and seeing it as a real long-term thing is really powerful. But yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Go, like you said, fundamentals are key,
Totally.
Back to the basics.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing that I'd recommend is dude, I would get away from beacons. So get rid of beacons. I mean, I'm tapping on your link and clicking on it right now, and I'm getting like this not an error, but it's a warning. And they started doing that with Linktree a while back.
That's why, because I was originally on Linktree, and I was like, ooh, I gotta switch it.
Just forget it, dude. Just forget it and build your own page on a funnel builder. Like, you've already got a funnel. You use Builderall, I think. Just use Builderall and create a real mobile friendly. Like, if you want to have that style, you can create that from Builderall. But dude, just send people to your funnel, man. Like, I just tell people, like, yeah, you can send people to your Facebook group and your Discord and your all that stuff. Send people to those things via email, right? Send them via email once they get on your list. But right away, especially in the beginning days. So what happens is people go online and they look at these super famous affiliates. Okay. So they look at these super famous affiliates in any industry. There's a lady on Amazon, or a lady on TikTok, who does Amazon recommendations. She's super famous. So people will go, and this is where people in our community got the idea to do link trees and beacons and all this stuff, right? I just want to give a big public announcement to everybody. What I'd recommend that you do is just get off beacons, get off Linktree. You're already jeopardizing your traffic by having a social media platform being your main driver of traffic, right? You don't control that algorithm. You don't control how people respond. So there's one element of your business you don't control fully, which is a liability. That's okay. All businesses have assets. They have liabilities. It's not a big problem. But now you're adding another one in, because beacons is not controlled by you. You don't own that property. Beacons owns that property, right? So again, you've got another step and another layer, right? Then you're an affiliate. See, there's another element you don't control, right? So the more, you can't control everything as an affiliate. You can as a business owner either, but as an affiliate, what you can control is, or what you need to do is try to control as many pieces as you possibly can, and put as many pieces in your control as you possibly can. It'll give you a sense of autonomy. It gives you but it also helps. So rather than sending them to a beacons page, just whatever it is that you're offering, doesn't even matter, but send them straight to an opt-in page right away. So less steps in between, less confusion, less choices. This is why a lot of times they'll criticize me or Legendary or whatever, because we've had reviews where it's like, oh, it's just outdated, whatever. The truth of the matter is, this is all just direct response marketing. There's this old guy. His name's Dan Kennedy. And he said he wrote this series of books. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. He wrote these series of books called the No BS Direct Marketing, like, series of books. So super old guy, his marketing style probably a little bit outdated, but he wrote this book called No BS Direct Marketing. And then he also wrote these other books called No BS Sales Success in the New Economy, No BS Wealth Attraction, Price Strategy, Time Management for Entrepreneurs. This is how I got started in this industry, reading all of his sort of no BS, powerful presentations, business success. And so some people have criticized and said, oh, that stuff's kind of outdated now. But what they miss is this direct response marketing, which is you give people less options. And I get killed on this. People are like, but I got my Facebook group, and but I got my funnel builder I need to promote. Well, trust me, I've looked down the rabbit hole of stats for people who have a beacons or a link tree, and I've looked specifically like, is this driving real meaningful traffic? And the answer is almost always no. Right. The first option is because what are people going to tap on? They're already on TikTok. They've got no attention span whatsoever.
Right.
So they're going to, at max, they're going to maybe tap one thing on there, or they're going to look at it, get confused and overwhelmed, and click out. Right. So send them poof immediately to an opt-in page. And most really good marketers, that's how they start. Sometimes they get away from that and get cute. And that's when a 5-figure, 6-figure affiliate marketer ends up fizzling out. And they start because they start confusing their audience, right?
Right.
And I've seen 6-figure affiliate marketers who have lost followings, who have like decreased in followers, who have like, they're just kind of stalled out. And people think, wow, that's crazy, dude. 6 figures, how could that ever happen? Happens quick. Happens in a couple of weeks. That's how it happens. And it usually happens because there's this sort of lull, just like you explained it. You explained it perfectly. There's this little lull and, the algorithm, something with the algorithm. I don't know what happened. And then suddenly it's like, I just discovered something new over here. It's drop shipping time, or it's e-com. There's this, and it's sort of just everything's sort of lost. Right. And it takes a little bit of like a shake of like, grab the call. Hey, wake up. Remember, remember how good you were at this? Remember all the, and so, it's back to the capture page though. Just send people straight to a capture page. I dare you to go hard for 60 days with a capture page and the strategy that we were just talking about a second ago. I dare you to do that for 60 days and see what happens, because
challenge accepted.
In basically 5 minutes of sort of diagnosing before our call and looking at just a hair at what's on my screen right now, you've got a lot of conversions that are out there, man, a lot. And you've just got such a history of, you've got so many videos, dude. Like, you still are. I shouldn't say were, but just like you're so consistent with your video content. Like, that's hard ass work, dude.
I was grinding pretty hard there, or I am grinding pretty hard. So at 3 to 5 is what I shoot for a day, and it definitely sometimes you don't want to do it. That's for sure.
Well, see, that's the kind of thing people need on this show. They need to hear that, right? They need to hear that. They need to hear that there's days where you wake up and it's like, I don't want to do this.
Absolutely. But, you just kind of pull yourself up by the bootstraps, say, all right, dude, you either do it or you're going to continuously put it off, because I'm bad that way. Like, I'll go, I'll do it tomorrow. It's kind of like going to the gym where you get in a really good routine. Boom, 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 every single day. You take one day off and then, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And that just kind of snowballs into, I'm not going anymore. So you just, consistency ain't easy, but you can do it. You absolutely can do it.
Well, dude, I was going to ask for, what would you want to leave with people? And then you said that, and that's definitely what we should leave people with.
Perfect.
I love it. Well, Alex, thanks for coming on, man. This is really valuable. I think people got a lot of value here. And I think, laying out those 3 different types of content for people. And that was actually really helpful. I didn't expect you to bring that. So that was awesome.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, anything you need, let us know. Let me know. You can hit me up. Yeah. I'm here to help. Always around. So. And
thanks for the tips too. That helps me a lot. It really does.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. I'm gonna not boot you out of the room, but I'm just gonna take you off the screen here.
All right.
All right. Okay, guys, give him a little follow here. Hearts Hustles. Give the man a follow. And take it to heart. There's a lot of gold nuggets that just got dropped in here, and today I brought a little bit about what I've been teaching people in the Thursday Business Blueprints webinars who, if you're not part of those and you're in our Blueprints community, you need to attend those, because those are extremely valuable, and they're also really powerful. There's people in these webinars who are in different niches, different industries who are growing huge followings and killing it. So it's a great spot for you to be and a great spot to learn. So without further, I guess not really further ado, but without any other notice, I'm going to let you guys go. We'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Dave will be on the show tomorrow, I think. Pretty sure. He had a couple days off, and I think he'll be back tomorrow. So we'll see you back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace out. See you later, guys.